Hello again! Now that you've got your equipment, it's time to turn our attention to battling. These gym badges will mark your success in battle as you journey through the Kanto region.
Materials for this prop include sheets of foam in various colors, superglue, aluminum tape, adhesive foam squares, clear nail polish, fabric paint, cardstock, barbecue skewers, light blue and pink paint, a purple and red pen, scissors, and a pen or pencil. For the boulder badge, draw and cut out an octagon about 1 inch in diameter. For many of these shapes, I recommend finding an image of the shape, sizing it in a photo editor, printing it, and then tracing that image onto the cardboard. Use the first piece to draw a second and then draw a small octagon within the second shape. Cut out the smaller octagon. Superglue the smaller octagon onto the first. Remember that the sides should all line up. Cut adhesive foam squares into small slivers and stick them so they radiate out from each vertex of the octagon. Trim away the excess of the adhesive foam. Cover the face of the badge with aluminum tape. Press down on the surface to bring out the accents. Cover the back as well. Use a Sharpie to highlight the accents of the badge. And there's your finished boulder badge. For the Cascade badge, draw a square around your boulder badge. This will be used to make the Cascade badge a similar size. Draw a raindrop within the square and cut it out. Trace the template on light blue foam and cut it out. Glue the foam piece to the cardstock. This gives the badge extra stability. Cover the foam in a thick layer of fabric paint. Use the end of a barbecue skewer to smooth out the surface. Try to make it so the paint is thickest in the center and thin towards the edges. You'll need to let it dry at least overnight. Once it's dry, it should have a relatively smooth surface. Paint the badge sky blue. And there's your finished Cascade badge. For the Thunder badge, start out drawing a 1 inch by 1 inch square on a piece of cardstock. Draw a point in the middle of each side and use these points to draw a diamond. Now you should have this shape. Cut out the shape and draw it a second time on cardstock. Connect the angles in the following manner. Using these lines as a guide, draw a small octagon. Cut out this small octagon. Use the first template to trace the shape onto a yellow piece of foam and cut it out. Trace the small octagon onto a piece of orange foam and cut it out. Use a pen to trace black lines between the angles. Sometimes you can get foam sheets with adhesive on the back. If so, you can eliminate the need for glue. Adhere the orange octagon in the center of the badge, making sure it is aligned correctly. Use a black pen to line the outer edge of the badge as well as the perimeter of the octagon. Use glue to adhere the cardstock template to the foam badge. And there's your finished Thunder badge. For the Rainbow badge, start by drawing a 1 inch by 1 inch square followed by a diamond. You should get this shape. Next, mark the end of each point with a line. Cut out the shape, including the points you just marked. Now your shape should look like this. Trace the shape on a piece of black foam and cut it out. Trace the shape again on another piece of cardstock. Draw lines connecting the angles according to this image. Next, draw this design in the center. At this point, there are two distinct shapes forming the outer petals of this badge. Cut one of each out of the template. Trace a copy of the first shape on blue, green, yellow, and red foam. Trace a copy of the second shape on purple, orange, light green, and light blue foam. Cut out all the pieces and place them on the badge in this configuration. Cut this shape out of the cardstock template. Trace it on a piece of white foam and cut it out. Adhere it in the center of the badge. Glue all of the surrounding pieces in place. I recommend spacing them slightly so the black can be seen in the gaps. Draw a small square in the center of the white piece. And there's your finished Rainbow badge. For the Soul badge, fold a piece of cardstock in half and draw half a heart shape starting from the fold. Cut out the design and open it up. A note on the sole badge, it's not a perfectly rounded heart. The sides are a rounded point, not a perfect curve. Trace the design on a piece of pink foam and cut it out. As with the Cascade badge, cover the foam in a thick layer of fabric paint. Use a barbecue skewer to smooth it out. Try to make the paint thicker towards the edge and thinner in the middle. Allow time to dry. Once it is dry, paint the entire badge pink. Glue the cardstock template to the back for extra stability. Draw a line down the center with a purple pen. And there's your finished sole badge. For the marsh badge, draw a circle 1.5 inches in diameter on a piece of yellow foam. I recommend finding a circle to trace. Use a second object to trace a circle 3/4 of an inch in diameter. Cut out the pieces. Glue the smaller circle in the center of the larger one. Use a red pen to accent the outer line of the inner circle of the badge. And there's your finished marsh badge. For the volcano badge, fold a piece of cardstock in half and draw this design starting from the fold line. Cut out the template and open it. Trace the shape on a piece of dark red foam and cut it out. Trace the shape on red foam, then draw the design slightly smaller within the first drawing. Cut out the smaller shape. Trace the smaller flame shape on pink foam and draw a small diamond in the middle. Cut out the diamond. Adhere the smaller flame piece on the larger one and the pink diamond in the center of the red flame. And there's your finished volcano badge. For the earth badge, draw this shape on a piece of cardstock. I recommend starting with this hexagon and drawing the rest proportionately. Cut out the design and use the template to draw a second. Cut away this portion of the first template. Cut out the second template. Cut away this section of the first template. Use the remainder to draw this shape on light green foam. Cut it out. Cut the leaves out of your first template. Trace them on the light green foam and cut them out. Trace the second template on a piece of green foam. Use the light green foam piece to mark the dark green piece here. Cut out the top portion. Place the two pieces together. Use this template from earlier to trace the shape on the darker green foam. Cut it out. Adhere the first layer of pieces onto the cardstock template. Glue the hexagon piece and the leaf pieces on top as shown. Use a pen to give the edges extra accents. And there's your finished earth badge. Once you've completed all 8, coat each with nail polish to give it an extra shine. Since the aluminum is already shiny, I wouldn't coat the boulder badge. Before applying the nail polish, allow time for any ink you use to dry thoroughly, or you run the risk of having it bleed at the edges.
We are honored to have a gym leader with us here today.
I'm Brock, the Pewter City gym leader. Defeat me and you will receive a boulder badge. But be warned, my fellow gym leaders and I are not your average trainers.
Ah, that's the spirit, Brock. Rally their spirits, encourage their enthusiasm. Good luck, trainers!